Alrighty, we're all ready for the ASU Invitational game number 4 of the day. It features Arizona State and San Diego State. Aiden, Brennan, it's great to be here as we get set for water polo. Opening sprint, Sun Devils and the Aztecs. Neither has lost a game this weekend, Brennan. Oh, this is going to be fun.
This is going to be one of the better games in the tournament. SDSU put on a nice show yesterday, and so did Arizona State. I expect this one to be good.
Arizona State 3-0 in this tournament. Won earlier today against Cal Lutheran. San Diego State beat UC Santa Barbara and Cal Lutheran yesterday.
They were so impressive in that Cal Lutheran matchup. The confidence for the Aztecs has to be sky high.
And that's the kind of confidence you need to come in and face Arizona State. Have not lost in this tournament, only loss so far to the number 1 UCLA Bruins. Here we go. Sun Devils empty on their first trip. Aztecs left to right. At point blank range. Out of the net. Excellent save by Sana Kaiser. She gets her first start of the day. Carrie Glad had the early game. Be curious to see which of those two takes the late game. ASU still has to play UC Santa Barbara, but for now, Sana Kaiser is in net, and she comes out to cut down the angle and make a nice stop.
Well, as we saw yesterday and this morning, you really can't go wrong either way with Arizona State. Carrie Glad's been very good to get this season underway, and Sana Kaiser's been the one, but you really can't go wrong either way.
ASU strikes right off the bat. Who else but Millie Quinn? Had the first goal in the game earlier and has the first goal now.
She's been so good. You're going to see here on our replay. Maybe not, but Millie Quinn has been excellent all sides of the ball. That last possession down on the end of SDSU, she had a great defensive play, and that's just how well-rounded she is. The heart and soul of the Sun Devil team.
Ball poked free. Sun Devils force a good turnover.
And you see she's right there in the action again. And this is where I think Arizona State's so good. They're going to get down to the other end really quickly. Good ball movement and set up nicely.
Lobbed inside for Shorter Robinson, but a jersey tug. SDSU gets the ball back. Say this with every opponent ASU has played. Imperative that the Aztecs keep pace. Imperative that they do not dig themselves into a deep hole early.
That pace is probably the most important thing.
How many teams have we seen this weekend that have run themselves into trouble with ASU because they allowed a 3 or 4 or 5 goal run?
Correct.
Good duck inside. McGee tries to shoot and she's turned away.
This is going to be a great goalkeeper matchup here. Lageroff will hold her own. Great play here by Lageroff. You'll see on the replay, extends the arms up, tips it back. Great positioning by Claudia Valdez to be right there.
Valdez makes the stop. Here comes ASU. Controlled out there by Sydney Crucian. Now here's Dominica Cardos. Inside, Shorter Robinson. The signature Sophie spin. 2-0 Arizona State.
Really, really nice look at it. Beautiful feet in, and with her back turned, spins it right in, no problem.
The Devils out to a nice early lead. Just keep putting more pressure on San Diego State to score.
Correct. This is, you don't want to call these must-score possessions here. You're still in the first quarter, and 4:50 remain, and quarter one, but you are going to get to a point where, as we mentioned earlier, Arizona State will keep scoring, and if you don't, the hole will just become insurmountable.
Almost halfway through this first quarter. Arizona State has rolled. Some space to shoot, but Ioana Patiki turns it away. They get it back to her. Onto the angle. That shot did cross the line. Claudia Valdez, first goal for San Diego State.
Yeah, not a lot that the senior Kaiser could have done on that one. Hit right under the top bar of the goal and just kind of spun in there.
Back underway. Sun Devil ball. Here's Iris Frayling. Inside, point blank range for Nyoka Thomas, 3-1.
That is one of Arizona State's best qualities. As soon as they go down, they answer really well. Or as soon as they give one up. Rarely are they down, but a great feed from the outside right into Thomas. And the 2025 All-Big West honorable mentionee. And a great transfer from UC Irvine. Great pickup from the Sun Devils.
4-minute mark, first quarter. Arizona State, not the piping hot start they had earlier offensively, but not bad either. 3 goals early. Certainly moving at an acceptable pace offensively, and Kaiser moving at an acceptable pace defensively. Her first looks of the day, she's come out strong.
Last season had a 12.52 goals against average, and those are including, as we talked about yesterday, the best teams in the country with this grueling conference.
Good shot up top, misses. Luke Bashi tried for another goal, didn't get it. Three minutes in, and 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Shot off the top and misses. Moving up, here's Miraz inside. Attempt from Thomas, no good. .220 to play. It's quick first quarter so far. All inside, spin shot, turned away. ASU has done that to enough opponents. They knew it was coming and they were ready for it.
Yeah, when you got a defense that has to practice against this Arizona State offense on a daily basis, they're going to be ready for everything but the kitchen sink, and you saw it there.
Drive in, looking for an angle. Lays it up for Buluk Bashi, who's denied again.
Yeah, Lageroff will make it easy on this Arizona State offense, as good as they may be. You saw her come out of the goal there, play really strong, really high with those hands. Get a nice stop that they needed.
That shot blocked. Kaiser has only allowed 1 goal so far. She's having a great first quarter. Here's Quinn. She's got space. Just missed a lob shot. A little too much on it.
Yeah, I like the idea there. She's had that opportunity a lot this weekend and took it yesterday with that lob shot. Did a really nice job with it. Just missed a little high there.
That shot goes in. They finally sneak one past Kaiser, and San Diego State's got this at a one-goal game because their defense has stood up after allowing 3 goals in the first 4 minutes. They haven't allowed one since.
Yeah, Sydney Gish right there pressures it really well. Just got her 100th career goal yesterday. Adds on to her increasingly impressive career total and pressures it right there. Like you said, this one in the early going has been all San Diego State defensively. Holding this Arizona State team, not an easy thing to do.
Timeout with 32 seconds left. Let's take one. We're back in a moment right here on Overnght. Welcome back here on Overnght. Arizona State 3-2 lead over San Diego State here at the ASU Invitational. SDSU trying to tie this game. They have a chance here in the final seconds, but a great block in front. No second chance on Kaiser. That will end the first quarter. We're back in a bit for quarter number 2. It's 3-2 Arizona State right here on Overnght. All right, let's get it going here in the second quarter. Arizona State against San Diego State. And SDSU Brennan Bucher has come to play a lot like Marist did in the final game yesterday with ASU. They have held the Sun Devils to only 3 goals. They've got 2 themselves. They're hanging around, but the question, as it always is, can they put 3 more quarters together?
Yeah, to me, it's been Mandy Lagerlof. She has held this SDSU team together in the early going. She's played really good defensively, commanding things, great communicator. She comes out of the goal really fearlessly and holds her own. So if she can continue, the Aztecs will look to knock off ASU, and I think they have the capability to do that.
That's a goal. Good start for ASU. They had 3 goals in the first 4 minutes of that first quarter. Didn't have a single one in the last 4 minutes, but they have one here. Look at this.
Great
terrific
pump.
Angle.
Yep, great pump right there from Kardosh, the freshman from Hungary. And it's so tough when you're the goalie, because she got Lagerlof up as she was treading upwards. As soon as she started to come down, that's when she released the pump. Great work there to put ASU up 2.
ASU about 30 seconds into the second quarter, starting to move offensively. Get a penalty shot here for Millie Quinn. And of course, Quinn scores 5-2.
She's been so good. I mean, who's going to want to go against Millie Quinn the way she's been playing? Penalty shot, never a doubt. Not even a terrible attempt there by Lagerlof, but going to be hard to stop that one.
To get back underway, Sun Devils a 3-goal lead. And off we go. Very important San Diego State keeps that offense going. Obviously ASU not asleep at the wheel one bit offensively.
It was probably what they would consider to be a bit of a lacking first quarter. So they're going to come out guns a-blazing here in quarter number 2. San Diego State will have to do the same.
That shot rejected, got a hand in there. Looked like that was Quinn. Or rather, that was Buluk Bashi before it even got to the goal. Inside, loose ball, turned away. Good defense by San Diego State. Cannot allow yourself to go down more than 3 goals here.
Correct, your defense is keeping you intact. Now your offense has to come out and make something happen. And this is one of those possessions that you're going to need to have it.
Sun Devil ball. 5:40 here in the second. Fed off to the outside. High shot misses from Layla Miraz. Sun Devils have been shooting very, very high on Lagerlof in goal for San Diego State.
No, she's terrific. And the San Diego State has a great 1-2 in goal. You know, in fact, actually, they have a great 1-2-3 in goal. They've got 3 options, but it's Lagerlof started both contests yesterday, played in each the first half and earned 2 wins. And, you know, probably the most impressive was what the goalkeepers were able to do against Cal Lutheran. So back at it again.
Great turnaround goal, quick shot from Nyoka Thomas, 6-2, Arizona State in front.
However, the caveat to that is, of course, it's going to be tough to stop this ASU offense any more than she's already doing, so the San Diego State offense now has to come to play.
Excellent defense there from Laura Cardos. Across the way. Shot just high on Kaiser. Julianne Stark couldn't get it. It is a 6-2 game here in Tempe. ASU trying to go quick. On an exclusion, they score quick. Didn't even need for the full time on the power play. Laura Cardo scores. And here we go. This run from ASU, it was 3-2, now it's 7-2. Just like that, the Devils can bury you.
Great looking pass from Iris Vreeling, the freshman from the Netherlands. We saw her scoring prowess at the last invitational that ASU played in. Now you see her passing. Tremendous look that finds the perfect target, gets it in the back of the net.
Good look, just out. Another opportunity for Arizona State, currently on a 4-0 run.
Cardo's there with that last goal. She's been really accurate this season. It's probably been her best quality at the Maulston Invitational. She shot a perfect 100 when facing Cal Baptist.
Four seconds to shoot. Last second lob doesn't go. San Diego State badly needs a goal here. Haven't scored in over 10 minutes. In front, poked away by Kaiser. That's why she's in net. She read that pass perfectly. Didn't even need the steal, just flicked it aside. Trying for a spin, didn't have a lot of space. Good job by the ASU defense to close out. Some time to shoot because the shot clock did reset. 13 to shoot. That shot out off a deflection, Arizona State ball.
Like maybe Shamus got a hand on it.
That shot turned out. And a timeout call by San Diego State. We'll take one with you back in a minute here on Overnght.
So we were discussing this off the air. Petra Party today wearing a jersey of a Arizona State Sun Devil, 85, maybe showing her spirit for the Super Bowl. No prominent Sun Devil has worn 85, unless she's a large Frank Maddox fan from 2000 to 2003, but Petra Party showing her football spirit for the big day.
Yeah, we'll have to ask her between games.
That's one.
It might just be a generic jersey.
Could just be. So I don't. No one in the Ring of Honor, no one in the league has worn 85 for ASU.
2:38 to go. They are doing their best to make these games move nice and fast, so that everybody can get out of here. I said get their flights, but also watch the game.
You got a pick?
No. But I think most of these teams are more concerned with getting to their planes.
Yeah.
Than ASU may be concerned about getting to watch the football. They'll play the 3:30 game. That will almost certainly, unless we have the fastest game in the history of the sport of water polo, go into kickoff.
4:30 kickoff here in Arizona.
Well, kickoff 4:30, so we'll miss the pregame festivities, but get, I think, a bulk of the game.
Petra Party was a player here when the Super Bowl was here, and she was a coach when the Super Bowl was here as well in Arizona. And oddly enough, when she was a player here, was also the Patriots and the Seahawks when the game was in Arizona.
And ASU has held this invitation the last couple years on Super Bowl Sunday. This is, I believe, the first, and we'll have to check on this though, I believe this is the first time that really games have run into the Super Bowl, because this is the largest field ASU has had for this tournament in a while. They don't usually have 7 teams. They don't have to play 15 games like that. But they've had, I remember, I think it was 2 years ago I did this tournament, and we got out of here. We walked out of the complex right as the ball was being kicked off.
Going to be a very similar situation today.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
There will be 3 seconds on the shot clock due to the inadvertent reset.
Inadvertent reset.
Yeah, they mistakenly reset the shot clock. So they've reset it
to 3 seconds.
Yes, sir. 2:11 here in the second. Ball in, and look at Kaiser. She knew right where she was going.
That's a really great play. She knew with only 3 seconds left, you basically got to get it, fire it. So she just went and pressured the defender, even on an empty net. That was going to be a really hard goal to score. Great job by Kaiser to come out of goal there.
And I think Petra Party will be the first to tell you, you can't teach the vision that she has in net, as her teammates get her another goal. Itziar Almeida makes it 8-2. The vision that she has in net, where she's able to predict where that ball is going as soon as it leaves somebody's hand, you can't teach that. That's just the X factor that nobody else has.
That's why she's leading them to a 6th-ranked season, and potentially with these wins here that they've gotten this weekend, 5 is nowhere impossible that ASU could reach.
Yeah, they need some teams to lose, unfortunately.
Yeah,
the problem with getting up this high in the rankings is the teams that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they just don't lose enough. Hawaii and UCLA and USC, and they just don't lose enough for you to jump them. You need either somebody to have a horrible game and just make a very bad 4 quarters come together, or you need to beat them when they come here. Or in UCLA's case, when you go to them, you have to win those games.
That's something historically that ASU hasn't always done.
Right.
That they've, had the high rankings.
They've never done it, yeah.
And then when they have to go to play the good and the better teams, that doesn't always work out in their favor. However, this team, to me, feels a little different than in years past. I think this is the year that, you look at the teams that you mentioned, I've talked in the past, this one feels a little different.
59 seconds remaining.
What a turnaround in quarter two. Arizona State's offense was having a lot of trouble kind of getting going, firing off. Great job to regain that spark and take the advantage.
Good opportunity for SDSU to break the run here. They're going to get a penalty shot. And it goes in. Claudia Valdez beats Kaiser. That's a much-needed end-of-half goal here for San Diego State.
It sure is. That was a beauty. Just on the left side with force, skipping it down off the water early. Great shot. Kaiser guessed right. Just the skip went over her head.
That shot rolls in. ASU gets them right back with 27 seconds left.
Thomas spun around, put it in, a shot that almost everyone now on ASU can do and can do at a really nice level. So using the backhand, spins her shoulders, perfect.
Defense from Cardos, Laura Cardos. Takes some time off the shot clock, or off the game clock, because the shot clock is off. We're down to 8 seconds left. Another penalty shot coming against Kaiser here.
And two uncharacteristic mistakes back to back.
They get it.
Hit her with the exact same shot. Poppy Phillips that time. Once again, left side skip right up and over Kaiser.
Eight seconds left. They'll run the clock down here, and ASU will take likely a 6-goal lead into the break. Lining up ASU at the mid-pool mark. They've pulled Kaiser. She drives in with 3 seconds left. Kaiser. Did she get her first goal of the weekend? Yes, she did. But I think they're going to wave it off, maybe.
Really?
No, they're going to give it to her.
I was going to say, we can see here on our replay, they don't have it, but it looked right on time to me, and it seems to be good.
Yep. They give it to Kaiser.
They give it, not the first time we've ever seen that. Had 12 steals, 2 assists last year. Just another reason she's so good.
11-4 as we take a halftime break. Back in a moment here on Overnght. San Diego State wins the sprint. They get the ball to start the third quarter. Aiden Blanc, Brennan Bucher, great to be with you here on Overnght. A touchdown lead for Arizona State. They do still have one more. What do they need to clean up? What do they need to work on the next 16 minutes or so?
Well, I thought the second quarter was a tremendous offensive quarter for the Sun Devils. They struggled in the first a little bit. They finally got past Lagerlof a time or two, and I thought that was great. Defensively, they got a little out of rhythm. They were a little undisciplined towards the end. 2 penalty shots for San Diego State that resulted in goals. But besides that, it's been a very, very clean, very good half of water polo for the Sun Devils.
Lob shot, nice rejection. They brought in Tiare Avello. She gets a second half here. We saw her a little bit yesterday. She makes a nice save.
We also saw this yesterday where San Diego State changes their goalies at the half.
There's an SDSU goal. They hit back and make this 11-5.
Shannon Murphy right there, the senior, takes a great pass from Valdez. A moment right there, passing up a good shot for a great shot.
For Arizona State, picked off inside. Shorter Robinson nearly spun it home. Her strength is just unmatched, man.
Did you see how far that ball went off the middle post?
Did you see how little space she had to shoot to begin with?
Right.
The Sophie spin, we've seen it already today. It's a thing of beauty.
She gets great torque. It's all in the shoulders and the hip rotation. A thing of beauty.
And when she plays in the Olympics or whatever she does or plays professionally and the Sophie spin becomes a world phenomenon, I will not ask for residuals or royalties. That's hers to use.
Well, New Zealand, if she competes for them in 28, has one heck of a player.
There's a goal. She'd be graduated by that point.
Long graduated.
Out of Auckland. There are an Olympics in Australia soon, right? Maybe the one after 28?
That sounds right. Which would be 32.
Yes. Good counting.
I can do my Arizona State education allows me to go 28 plus 4.
Good stop by Avello, hanging tough in net there. She's not allowed a goal in this second half yet. She's kind of, this is a new situation for Avello. Her team has not lost this weekend, and when she's gotten in every second half, it's been, well, the game's over, but in another direction.
That's a great save right there. It's a really close one. We saw it a few times where that trickled in yesterday, but stays right on the line. And though we don't have that Olympic technology to tell if it was in or not, officials say it was not. And a great save by Kaiser once again. But yes, this is uncharted territory for Avello and, frankly, the entire SDSU team. They haven't trailed like this much at all.
Clock winding down, 4:30 here. Shot clock is at 5. Good rip, just wide.
And even in their losses this year, excluding the loss to UCLA, but their losses have all been close. Again, not counting UCLA, where they kind of got it handed to them by the number 2 ranked team in the country, but I mean, you look at the number 6 loss to Long Beach State, and that was within 7. The number 9 loss to number 9 Loyola Marymount. That was by 3 in overtime.
.429 to go. Ball going to go back in, and Arizona State leading by 6. Just waiting on our officials. Back we go. From behind there by Thomas. San Diego State brings it up. Here's Claudia Valdez. She's a couple goals already. Up to Sydney Gish. Near side for Byers. Inside, tipped and saved.
It was only a matter of time before we got a little wet.
It's amazing that happened, and it felt pretty good. We're not gonna lie, we've been sitting in the sun for a while here.
Now, what I will say is, frankly, it's more amazing it's only happened once.
And we missed a goal. Arizona State scores with Naoka Thomas, or rather, Buluk Bashi. Sorry, everybody, we missed the goal there. Excellent tap-in, though. We see it on replay. That's a great deflection. Devils do really well on those cross passes.
Yes, they do. Their ball movement is really why they're able to be as effective as they are on most planes. And you look at the teams that lost handedly yesterday, they just weren't able to keep up with the ball movement. And we see why that's so effective here from Arizona State.
To go. A penalty shot coming. And boy, San Diego State has had quite a few of these. An opportunity here for Claudia Valdez. Claudia ready to shoot. It's turned away. Kaiser's been so good in net. This may be it for her this weekend. We'll see. Clock moving again. Shot is blocked away. ESU ball coming back the other way under 3 minutes left. Four seconds for the Devils to shoot, and they're going to turn it over. San Diego State hits back. They're not done yet, 12-6.
Great shot by Poppy Phillips right there. Nails it on the right side of the goal. Just out of the reach. Kaiser was going up. She goes wide.
Velo controlling. She's done a pretty good job in net. She's hung tough here in the second half. One save, but 50% save percentage.
The defense has done a good job around her.
Yeah, you're right. Shot saved.
Another example there of how the problem for SDSU, and this season it's kind of been the same all year long, it has not been the defense. They just have had trouble scoring.
Shot bounces high. Oh, it was deflected in. Unforced error from Avello. That's brutal. She had the save, but tipped it in.
Yeah,
it's an own goal.
It was right there. She tapped it in as she was trying to corral it. Really tough because we were just mentioning it. She has been playing pretty well.
Back we go. San Diego State still down by a touchdown. Seconds left. Time moving.
Not a bad look there from distance. Gabby Gaetano. Maybe would have done her a little good to press it a little farther, but not a bad look.
Kaiser makes the block. Last stand for San Diego State here in the third. Eight seconds left. And that'll end the quarter. 13-6, Arizona State. We go to the fourth, back in a minute, right here on Overnight.
Shout out to all the families and fans in attendance. Special shout out to Crystal Van Buren and Max Ford. Fans and friends, make some noise for yourselves. Keep it going for our athletes who have returned to the swimming pool and are ready for competition during the fourth period. That's right, fans. Once again, it's that time to make some noise. Let's go!
Off we go here in game 4, the ASU Invitational. Sun Devils and the Aztecs, last 8 minutes. Aiden, Blanc, Brennan, Bucher. Both of these teams still one more game to play. Arizona State will close this thing down later on against UCSB. Ball. Run out by Millie Quinn. Quinn has 2 goals on 5 shots today. They draw an exclusion first possession of the quarter. Great look in front. Sophie Shorter-Robinson right at net, 14-6.
We've seen Dominica Cardush with some great passes early on in this one, and she hits another one right there. No need for the spin from Shorter-Robinson because the pass from Cardush was perfect right there. Perfect placement, great location.
Back underway. In these West Coast rivals, they met quite a few times. San Diego State, a frequent invite to these tournaments. Across the pool for Murphy. Slip down low, foul called.
It's good when you got teams like Fresno State and San Diego State in on, this tournament, and then that's why they are invited, because they likely give, you know, the most chance for improvement for the ASU team, which is really what these invitationals are all about.
That shot goes in. Excellent look, and the Aztecs able to hit back a bit. In for ASU. Oh, long cross pull pass results in a jersey tug. Man, it was a long, dangerous pass. San Diego State ball trying to cut this down to 6. For them to have a bit of struggle, obviously they would have hoped to come away and pull off the upset, but that's okay. They're not going to win every game. And they're still maintaining, this is probably the most competitive a team ASU has faced all weekend, 14-8 here.
Yeah, defensively, San Diego State has just throttled the Sun Devils, and that's kind of what we're seeing, is that they're just so carefully snaking up because Arizona State isn't scoring at will like we've seen them do basically all weekend.
Good for both of these teams to face a little adversity here. 6-goal game. Again, you said that's why these teams like San Diego State come to a tournament like this. You know, even if they don't win every game, they're going to be competitive. Shot misses. Loose ball. Good defense there by San Diego State to free up some space for Avella, who now directs traffic. To Laura Cardos. Here's Mirage. Good look in front. That's a score. Sophie Shorter-Robinson. She's so quick.
Spins once again. Puts it right in the back of the net. And I think we talked a lot about Millie Quinn coming into this. Kind of left Shorter-Robinson's name out a little bit, but she's making sure that we won't do that again. Great look and just a great game from her today.
Six-goal lead for Arizona State. Don't want that to get any closer. I think it's a comfortable lead right now. ASU going to go down a man. Here's an exclusion. And a timeout call by Petra Party. We'll take one with you back in a minute here at the ASU Invitational. Back underway, final 4:47 here in Tempe. Game 4 of 7 today between Arizona State and San Diego. That ball bounces high and away. ASU still excluded, still a man down. Shot is out. Sana Kaiser gets it, and the Devils kill a penalty. The far side, trying to get something up top. There's a foul.
An exclusion. Julianne Stark will now set out. Bringing back in Talia Barrett.
ASU counters. Said they needed to get this a little more comfortable, this lead. Now it's 15-8. Or rather, San Diego State scores. Now it's become a little less comfortable. It's 14-9.
So I believe the graphic on screen is wrong. It should be
No, you're right.
15-9.
Yeah, 6-point lead.
It still should be comfortable, but definitely not the offensive game that you would have expected from ASU coming off of some of their 20-plus pointers here recently.
ASU just trying to kill some clock here. 6-point game. .30 remaining. Bad pass. It's going to wind down the clock inside 10 when ASU picks it up. They need some help. And they turn it over. Good defense by San Diego State. To the angle. Wow, a great look. They call it Poppy Phillips. She's been terrific offensively for them. Look at this angle. She squeezes it right into the side of the netting.
Really good look from distance. She has a very strong arm. We saw it a lot yesterday.
.245 to go, 15-10. Arizona State does not want this lead any closer. Not a ton of time left, but still some. And good for San Diego State hanging in there and try to make a move.
There's enough time to make this interesting.
Good save on the penalty shot. Kaiser
Kaiser
keeps it at 5.
That was incredible. Kaiser was killed a little bit earlier by those shorter throws that were thrown with a lot of velocity. You could see they tried it there, and she was right on the money with the save.
2-minute mark. Likely not a win for San Diego State, but a lot of positives, I think. If they can get this
Absolutely.
closer than 5 goals, that's a lot of positives. Shot rings out last 90 seconds here.
Was a really good look for ASU Tarash. The freshman from Israel just clanked it right off the right post.
.65 seconds left.
Great deflection by Kaiser. In the last minute, she has been reading everything that San Diego State is throwing her way.
.59 seconds left. Waiting for the ball to come in. Here we go. Maybe the last possession for San Diego State. ASU on an exclusion again. That's maybe the thing they'd like to work on for UCSB later.
I would agree.
Work on cleaning up those penalties. Caused some problems early on Friday night against Fresno State.
When you got someone in goal like that, though, it doesn't really cause too many problems.
You're right.
Another fantastic save.
Well, saved, 10 seconds left. Quick timeout for substitutions, and that'll likely end this match, 15-10.
The Sun Devils stay unbeaten at home.
And if they win later, they'll be 10-0 to start the season here. Ready to go. Counting it down. And all set for our next matchup on the day. ASU wins it 15-10. Pacific, Cal Lutheran, come on down. You're up next. We'll talk to you then in a few minutes right here on Overnght.
Our next game is Pacific against CLU.